Mind your own business, everybody. That's the name of the show. I'm not telling you, mind your own business. This is Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM-1220 KHTS. I'm Doug Sutton with Ed Bernstein and producer Tilo. And should we have some Facebook friends already?
Yes, we have a bunch of Facebook friends already, and I'm going to read one of them to you guys right now. This is from Carmen, and she says, I'm setting up a business and using local businesses for my signs, office goods, and everything else I can. When you support local companies, they will support you. I believe that very much. Great message. Thanks, Carmen, from Gold Keys Realty.
So everybody's going to be calling her for signs. Go on 25 Score and call some of those people on there. They'll be happy to help you with a discount.
All right.
So
Tilo, how do they get a hold of us on Facebook?
If you want your comment to be read on our show, just go to our Mind Your Own Business Facebook page or add Ed Bernstein on Facebook and private message us, and maybe your comment will be read on our show.
the Ed Bernstein in Vegas is going, why are people writing all these questions to me? So we have Steve Youlios in the house still, and we have a rapid fire get to know you questionnaire to give him before we ask him more questions.
Okay.
Doug's going to do this.
Steve will require this of all our guests. It's called
All the shows we've done this to.
Yeah. It's called Doug and Ed's Rapid Response.
Okay.
No us.
No us. No
Answer
pauses. First
Okay.
thing that comes to your mind. If you pause, I move to the next
Can you
question.
say pass if he doesn't know? Does it
Yeah.
pass?
You can say pass if you don't want to answer. You ready?
Ready.
Favorite time of day?
Morning.
Favorite day of the week?
Pass.
Favorite holiday?
Easter.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite food?
Greek food, period.
First concert?
I can't say,
pass.
oh my gosh. Smokey Robinson.
Favorite musical artist?
Paul McCartney.
Last movie you saw?
The Les Miserables.
Favorite actor or actress?
Pass.
First TV show you remember as a kid?
Oh boy. Sorry, I can't think that
Favorite
quickly.
TV show now?
The Mentalist.
Left or right?
Right.
Favorite sport?
Baseball.
First name of first kiss?
Lori.
Bathrobe or no bathrobe?
None.
Okay, this is the most important question
Okay.
of all. You ready?
Okay.
Boxers, briefs, thong, or commando?
What if I say none? Is that problem?
That's commando.
Commando.
Okay.
I refuse to answer that
Right,
one,
exactly.
Steve.
That's right. Tilo decided she didn't want to answer the last question.
All right, Steve, you passed.
Thank you.
passed.
What's the prize?
A Jersey Mike sandwich.
All right. I'll go for that.
I'm really respectful of the fact that he said Mediterranean, so he eats a lot of sandwiches during the day. His favorite is a different kind of food.
Real quick, Steve,
Yes.
what's the history of Jersey Mike? I don't know. Maybe some folks, but I don't know.
Fabulous, fabulous history. Jersey Mike's Subs was a little teeny sub shop in a little town called Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Nice little shore town, unfortunately devastated by the recent hurricane. But young man Mike that owned the sub shop liked to hire a lot of the local kids from the high schools, like to give them a chance to have their first job and help them to grow. One of those young men was a gentleman by the name of Peter Cancro, and Peter played football at the local high school. When Peter was ready to graduate high school, Mike was about ready to sell his sub shop, wanted to retire, and put his store up for business. Peter, 17 years old, said, "Hey, how about me? I'd like to buy it." And Mike said, "Are you serious?" And with the help of his high school football coach, the local bank, at 17 years old, he bought Mike's Subs, one little location in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. 1986, he started to franchise it. We're now closing in on 600 stores nationwide. California is a big growth area, the West Coast in general. And Peter is just an amazing, amazing man.
What would you say, Steve, sets aside your sandwiches, sets it apart from, I won't even say their name, but the other ones that are all over the place?
Everything is fresh. We bake our bread fresh from scratch every morning. Everything that we have is fresh meats that are Jersey Mike's brand. We slice them right in front of the customer. It doesn't get fresher than that. All of our produce, locally grown produce, by the way, to go back to the young lady's Facebook comment, everything is locally grown produce. We slice it fresh every morning. So the ingredients that we put on the sandwich really cannot be better. We don't keep anything for another day. If we have leftover, unfortunately, we can't use it because everything is that fresh. We have a certain way that we make our sandwiches called Mike's Way, which is an amazing way to make a sandwich. We put a little bit of onion on the sandwich. We then put a little bit of shredded lettuce, top it off with some tomatoes. Then what we do is we sprinkle.
hungry.
We
Yeah, I'm
sprinkle.
starving.
Wait, the best part, we sprinkle it with olive oil, a little red wine vinegar, some oregano, and you can't resist.
Why didn't I tell him to bring lunch? When
What were you thinking?
Your wife has champagne, so that would have gone nicely, huh?
It would. Yeah, Steve and I have sat in our office for 2 or 3 hours just chatting, and then they get on the way home.
No, I was listening.
He feels like he was listening.
Oh, you know it.
Yes, that's the whole thing. This is an hour show. I don't know how that can possibly be. 2 people on it? Wow. But he would call me back on the way back from his office and say, "When do we get to do this again?" And there was something he said to me about a year and a half ago that we were actually, your mom was sick at one point where we were doing the passport for the high schools, and we're talking about that gardener analogy that he just takes care of your yard, you don't have to talk to him. He had said, whatever you're doing, I'm in. And I had epiphany there. I said, I want to be the kind of guy that will allow you to, is he giving you a sign? Allow you to, my wife complains about that too, but the kind of guy that will they'll allow my merchants to trust what I'm doing and be able to be involved with that stuff even if they're out of town. Your mom was sick. We were doing a passport that was going into all the schools, and I took the executive decision because you told me whatever you're doing, I'm in, and I printed your logo out of 5-10 people.
That's
and
right.
everything. And I wanted to have that relationship with all my merchants, and that's
Well, that's
why
one
you're
thing
here.
that you do, Ed. I really mean that. I mean, when you can trust somebody that you're doing business with, why wouldn't you do that? Because I will say that there's things that we've tried that maybe haven't been the most successful. They're definitely cutting edge that you were thinking of at
Right.
the time, but you were right there to make sure that it worked for me, even if it meant doing something else together. And that's important because people need to trust who they're doing business with. And people need to like somebody that they're doing business with. You know, when you come in, you know, it's nice and fun because we don't always talk business. It's fun to talk about your family, your boys, whatever it might be. So you build a personal relationship.
And we have the same beliefs. We want to
Well,
add
let's-
value.
Okay, I'm sorry. I want to make
well,
sure
not
you
religious.
clarified that.
Steve, we only have a few minutes
Sure.
left in this segment, but is it hard for you sometimes as a businessman, like if somebody like Ed comes along, to get out of your comfort zone as far as promoting and
Well, Ed always brings new ideas. So when somebody brings new ideas, it makes you think differently about how you do your business in general. And, you know, not every idea that Ed brings necessarily
Some
is the
of them
right
just
one.
ideas, not
Yeah,
great.
exactly. They don't necessarily have to go anywhere, but it's nice to be challenged with the way you think about your business.
So to our listeners who are out there right now, some business folk that might be going, should I try that? What should I do? I mean, you would encourage them. You got to try something.
Oh, absolutely. If you're not trying something new, then you know what? You're going backwards because there are people out there who will do it better, faster, have new ideas. You got to stay on the cutting edge.
And you're sometimes too busy in your business to know what the edge is.
That's right.
We're out there. That's all we do.
Steve, I want to thank you for coming. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Okay?
My pleasure.
And best of luck to you
Thank
with
you
your business.
very much.
I
Thank
hope
you.
we can have you back. If we have you back, can you bring food, man?
Promise.
All right.
Absolutely promise.
All right. All right, everybody. We'll be right back. It's Mind Your Own Business with Doug and Ed on AM 1220 KHTS.